Hey everyone, Rorius here, with the first episode of a new series. I know I'm being a little ambitious for doing this, but I'm starting Half-Life. So I'm going to play through as fast as I'm not doing a speed run, but I'm going to play through as fast as I can through Half-Life 1. So this is just vanilla Half-Life 1. And after we've played this, I might actually go on to play some of the mods that I got for Half-Life 1 back in the day. Some of them are really cool. Like, there's this one particular one that I always enjoy showing people because I think it's a really neat mod. But nevertheless, we'll get started. Now, actually, I'll do the training room just to start with because it's always a good one to introduce everyone to the concepts if you haven't already, played Half-Life 1 or whatever. This is just a neat little one to watch, to play through, I guess, to start with.
Hello and welcome to the Black Mesa Hazard Course, where you will be trained in the use of the hazardous environment suit. I am your holographic assistant. Let's begin by stepping into your suit. You can see it suspended up ahead of you. If you see one of these buttons, press it, and I will appear to demonstrate certain moves.
Yeah, this is actually a character that doesn't actually appear in standard Half-Life, but is a character in other Half-Life sort of the other parts of the Half-Life world. I think it's Gina Cross, if I'm not mistaken. I feel like her character model's named Gina. So yeah, yeah. So this is the very start of the game. This is the very start of the training. Yeah.
Welcome to the HEV Mark IV protective system for use in hazardous environment conditions.
I like that even in this game they had the soundscape type
Moving
stuff.
around in your HEV suit can be slightly disorienting at first. Take a moment to familiarize yourself with basic movement, and soon it will fit you like a second skin. I will see you just around the corner.
Yeah, it's fairly straightforward. It's one of these. This is one of those like typical cliche tutorial levels things where they teach you all the fundamentals of the game.
The first move we will practice in the hazard course is basic jumping. You will attempt to get over this set of pipes using only your run and jump commands. It helps to get a running start. Watch me and then try it yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. You can jump over these two, but you have to duck jump. Do you have to duck jump? No, you don't have to. No, you can just run up. Yeah, and actually, I think this is quite cool because you've got these scientists like checking your progress. It's a bit like the observation rooms in Portal. Yeah, I think it's neat.
You will now duck under the next set of obstacles. Please note that crouching will automatically shift your suit into stealth mode, minimizing movement noise.
That's not really that well utilized in this game, but yeah, they teach you to duck.
Very good. I hardly noticed you.
I think that's funny.
Now we will combine skills. You will need to jump, duck, and then jump again. This will prepare you for the next room, where you will have to do both moves at the same time.
Yeah, and see, this is something that got lost when they moved away from Half-Life 1 and moved towards Half-Life 2. So, oh, yeah, so you get more scientists. Yeah, basically, at this point in the training,
You look prepared for the next skill.
at this point in the training, it's just ducking and jumping. But at this
To
part,
get into these pipes, you will have to signal your suit to make a duck jump. You'll want to stand right at the
Duck
mouth
jump.
of the pipe and continue to press forward. Then jump up, and while you're in midair, go into a crouch. It's tricky, but you'll find it comes in handy.
yeah, basically, this is something that was completely lost in the modern Half-Life games, and is why so many people had trouble when they played. So many new people had trouble with Black Mesa, the Black Mesa mod. See, like, if you just jump, you can't jump high enough. If you duck, you can stand in this pipe. Like, you don't need to be ducking to go through this pipe. But in order to reach the height of that jump, basically,
Nice job.
there's a great picture. Actually, it's a hilarious picture as to how duck jumping works especially in the Black Mesa mod. But also in like original Half-Life and in Half-Life 2 and in Portal, but it's not utilized very much in Half-Life 2 and Portal. That I will put on the screen over the side, like now. But yeah, I think that's perfectly sums up the kind of the way in which your character interacts with the environment when you duck jump.
Walk directly into the ladder, look up, and continue moving forward. If you want to come back down, just move backward.
Yeah.
The next 3 jumps get harder each time, but they are
Yeah.
quite possible. Don't be surprised if you miss the last one a time or two. If you can make all 3 in a continuous run, you are doing well.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just one of the female scientists of a similar position or league as Gordon.
Great
Yeah.
work. Now there's one more style of jumping you need to learn. Long
Yeah.
jumping requires
This is not very
a phone
well
charging
used.
module, seen here. To activate your long jump, you will have to duck and move forward, and then launch into a jump. Once you're up on the platform, press the button, and I will demonstrate the move.
Probably should have waited till she finished talking to pick that up, but yeah. This is something I say not very well used. What I mean is that it's not used very much in this game. I think it's a really neat feature, and I think in the...
Nice job.
If I'm not mistaken, in the like deathmatch mode of this game, you can actually pick it up. It's like an unlockable. And it was like a power up from the likes of Doom, but it's really cool to use in the normal world. You usually only have it when you're in Zen in this game, which means that you don't really get to use it much in the real world.
Please start the lift by moving up to the button, looking at it, and pressing the use key.
Yeah. So in this episode, what we'll do is we'll get through this. We'll get through the training.
Up here, there's only one way down. Find the target on the floor below and do your best to hit it. If you take any damage from the fall, we will administer medical care at the next station.
You always lose health, I believe. I think. Yeah. I don't know if there's much you can do about that. I think you pretty much always lose health there. You might not if you land on the
You will
boxes.
find med kits like this one throughout the Black Mesa compound. To restore your health, walk up to a med kit and press your use key. Your health will recover gradually until you are at full health or the kit is depleted. Once the light goes out, a med kit cannot be reused.
Yeah. Fairly straightforward. Also, I think this is probably the best position for my camera. It's the only, I think it's the only part of the screen that doesn't have anything displayed on it. I feel like every other corner of this, there is a light. There's a flashlight symbol if you look right next to, up here. Up here, there's a flashlight symbol that's behind there, but that's really not that important. Very not
To
used.
spin that bridge, walk up to the control wheel and press the use key.
Right, yep, so it's just nice and straightforward. You spin it a little bit further because it starts to unspin. Yeah.
Fantastic.
You can fall down there and there's stuff there, I believe. Is there anything down there? Not much. But there's also a health kit over there just in case you fall and hurt yourself. Yeah. So yeah, as I was saying, we'll finish off the training course for this episode, but we'll start the first chapter of Half-Life 1, and we'll get through the Resonance Cascade in this episode, I think, and then
Sometimes you'll need to rely on
leave
more
it there.
than just your suit to get through a tight place. Try jumping this gap on your own.
yeah. So you're supposed to
What
try.
you really need to do is push
Yeah.
that box down into the pit.
You can't
Pushing
jump.
is easy.
You can actually make it across without pushing the box down. That's funny. Yeah.
If you can't push the obstacle out of your way, you might try pulling it. To pull a box, move up to it and press your use key.
This is
While
where-
holding down the use key to keep a grip on the box, move slowly backward. The box will come along with you.
Yeah, this is where the physics and stuff in this game gets really weird. Because the way that the box moves is very strange. You can launch boxes across the map if you pull them in particular ways. Oh, yeah, see, like if I do this, if I press E on this and I walk right, the box goes flying across to the right. The pressing E on the boxes is very strange. It's easier, it's safer. It feels safer to just walk into them and push them just a little bit. Like that, yeah. Because there isn't any real physics in this game. Not like there is in Half-Life 2. You know, Half-Life 2 is known for having an amazing physics engine. I feel like the mouse sensitivity is a bit weird.
If nothing else works, you can try breaking the objects in your path. Make sure you picked up the crowbar, then simply smash your way through the debris.
Yeah. Yeah. I could take some time and break all of this, but there's no point. See, break the grate. Yeah. Cool.
Activate your suit flashlight for the next area.
If you're quick, you can actually just run through here before he turns the lights off.
Power 15%. Power 30%.
Doesn't this light normally turn off? I thought all the lights turned off in this area. Because you can turn the light on, and what I usually do is I just leap across the room and I don't worry about it.
60%.
Great. Remember, your flashlight drains power, so switch it off when you don't need it.
Yeah, your flashlight has its own power, and it recharges over time, so it's no big deal. I never worry about the flashlight.
Welcome to the Black Mesa target room, where you will receive training in firing a weapon, reloading, and firing the attached grenade launcher. Please pick up your weapon and advance to the firing station.
Just run across the tables. I love that. Yeah, see, I thought the bottom left is got my health and armor. Bottom right has ammo. Top left has like weapon selection stuff. And top right has your flashlight. So I feel like flashlight's the least important of those.
You'll have to hit every target in order to complete the course. But if you miss the first time, don't worry. It will come around again. Try to reload during pauses, rather than waiting to run out of ammunition at a critical
Late
time.
again.
To fire your grenade launcher, use your alternate fire button. Certain targets will break only when hit by grenades.
Yeah.
Commencing sequence in 5, 4, 3.
It's pretty standard stuff. I don't remember where all of them come from. I do forget some of these. It is that one. Oh, I missed it. No. I was going to try and hit each one first try. But I failed. Ah. What the? That was weird. That one you have to shoot behind.
You have completed the Black Mesa target range. Please advance to the next area.
Yeah, you can't break that. It's unbreakable. Oh dear.
Your HEV suit monitors blood oxygen levels, warning you when you need to find an air supply. As you swim through this course, your oxygen levels will begin to drop. At the midpoint, you will be given an opportunity to surface for air.
Yeah. I don't think you need to, but I probably will just to, oh god.
Major
Before I continue.
detected. Automatic medical system
Oopsies.
engaged. Morphine
Yeah, so you can go up here if you need to.
Catch your breath.
It's really not
See the
necessary.
blood oxygen indicator on your suit's heads-up display returning to its previous level.
I always
You are
forget where it
free to
is.
swim on to the end of the course.
I always forget where the oxygen level is. But I know that it pops up if you start to drown. There's a little O2 message that pops up.
This is the charging unit for your hazardous environment suit. When you are running low on power, step up to any charger and press your use key. Your suit will recharge gradually until the charge unit is depleted. Individual batteries may also be used to charge your suit.
That's what we've used so far. Yeah. I like the concept of this because it's like, it looks as though it's some sort of like charging station. It looks like you should plug it in.
Through fire or steam, you will see a heat damage icon lighting up. Directional indicators at the center of your display show you where damage is coming from.
Yeah. It's basically the red arrows on the screen and the indicators down to the bottom left.
Radiation activate the Geiger counter and radiation display. Biohazards are also indicated with the luminous icon.
Yeah. It's basically, yeah, whenever that radioactive symbol appears, you've got radioactive
Please
materials.
advance to the next area.
And then there's another symbol that pops up that's for, I think it's for caustic material, or things that aren't radioactive but are still basically the same as the radioactive material, where it injures you over time for touching it.
Lead a security guard into the next room. He will let you back into the transit system. You must approach a guard and press your use key. He will follow you until you face him and press the use key again.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll follow you.
And basically he'll just follow me around. And you can, if you're cruel, get a few drinks, heal myself just a teeny bit. I'm not gonna bother. Yeah, if you start shooting people and if you start shooting up the place, turrets and the like start popping up and you screw things up royally. I'm not gonna ruin everyone's day, so yeah.
Press your use key to engage the train. Press your forward and backward keys to increase or decrease the speed of the train. Press your use key again to disengage from the train.
So yeah, they tell you a lot of stuff, but it's pretty straightforward. But the way it's displayed is not exactly the best. It's like a remnant of old school games that felt the need to teach you everything, but they didn't do it all that well. So they it's just a words.
Congratulations on completing the Black
It's just
Mesa
a info dump.
You are now fully certified for use of the HEV Mark IV protective system.
Yeah. So we'll get started. I always play on hard. I always play this game on hard.
Good morning, and welcome to the Black Mesa Transit System. This automated train is provided for the security and convenience of the Black Mesa Research Facility
Bonnie.
personnel.
Bonnie Calhoun.
The time is 8:47 a.m. Current topside temperature is 93 degrees, with an estimated high of 105. The Black Mesa compound is maintained at a pleasant 68 degrees at all times.
Yeah, this area is a little bit annoying purely for the fact that the
This
announcer
train is inbound
comes from random
level 3
locations.
dormitories to Sector C test labs.
So
and
sometimes it's coming through the
facilities.
left-hand side, and
If your intended destination is a high security area beyond Sector C, you will need to return to the central transit hub in Area 9 and board a high security train. If you have not yet submitted your identity to the retinal clearance system, you must report to Black Mesa personnel for processing before you will be permitted into the high security branch of the transit system.
something that I find funny is those guys on the forklifts. They're actually just the NPC includes the forklift. It's not
Due
like
to
a
the high toxicity of material routinely handled in the Black Mesa compound, no smoking, eating, or drinking are permitted within the Black Mesa transit system.
Yeah.
Please keep your limbs inside the train at all times. Do not attempt to open the doors until the train has come to a complete halt at the station platform. In the event of an emergency, passengers are to remain seated and await further instruction. If it is necessary to exit the train, disabled personnel
He waves.
should be evacuated first. Please stay away from electrified rails and proceed to an emergency station until assistance arrives.
Yeah, those NPCs that are the forklift guys, they're actually not like a human NPC inside a physical forklift. The forklift is part of the NPC. So if you get out of if you cheat and you get out of the tram and you shoot at him, if you kill him, the forklift dies with him. Like it in this game, things explode with gibs. They blow to bits when you kill them. And if you kill them particularly heavily, they go, explode into bits. If you kill those enemies particularly heavily, the forklift blows into bits with them.
A reminder
Oh, dear.
that the Black Mesa Hazard Course Decathlon will commence this evening at 1900 hours in the Level 3 facility. The semifinals for high security personnel will be announced in a separate secure access transmission. Remember,
Anomalous
more
materials.
lives than your own may depend on your fitness. Do you
I always
have a
love
friend or relative
seeing
who
the
would make a valuable
scientists
addition
and
to
stuff
the Black Mesa team? Immediate
doing that
openings
kind of
are
thing.
available in the areas of materials handling and low clearance security. Please contact Black Mesa personnel for further information. If you have an associate with a background in the areas of theoretical physics, biotechnology, or other high-tech disciplines, please contact our civilian recruitment division. The Black Mesa Research Facility is an equal opportunity employer.
I love this intro.
A reminder to all
Despite the fact that
Black
it's
Mesa
quite an info
personnel,
dump and it's just
regular radiation and
on
biohazard
rails
screenings
thing.
are a
I
requirement
freaking love it.
of continued employment in the Black Mesa Research Facility. Missing a scheduled urinalysis or radiation checkup is grounds for immediate termination. If you
G-Man.
feel you have been exposed to radioactive or other hazardous materials in the course of your duties, contact your radiation safety officer immediately. Work
Huge
safe.
spilling
Work
of
smart. Your
radioactive
future
materials.
depends on it. Now arriving at Sector C test labs and control facilities.
Yeah. So yeah, it's quite a long train ride, and I can understand why some people might not like it.
Please stand back from the automated door and wait
I
for
always
the
stand
security officer
right in
to
the doorway.
verify your identity. Before exiting the train, be sure to check your area for personal belongings. Thank you, and have a very safe and productive day.
Morning, Mr. Freeman. Looks like you're running late.
Yeah. Actually, there's. Yeah, if you look at his if you look at his face, if you look at his mouth, when he presses the buttons on things, his mouth opens with the button noises. It's like he's going boop, 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 boop. Oh dear. Let's see, watch him closely. Oh dear. I think that's fantastic. Yeah, so all of the security have the same voice, but that particular security guard who was knocking on the door at the start of that train ride, he's known, or it's sort of canon that he's the Barney Calhoun. He's the guard who becomes Barney in the Half-Life 2 world.
Hey, Mr. Freeman. I had a bunch of messages for you, but we had a system crash about 20 minutes ago, and I'm still trying to find my files. Just one of those days, I guess. They were having some problems down in the test chamber, too, but I think that's all straightened out. They told me to make sure you headed down there as soon as you got into your hazard suit.
Yeah, it's funny, you can...
My God, what are you doing?
Come on, Gordon. You trying to get me into trouble?
Yep. I don't know if you can press it again, can you? No, it doesn't look like it, but you can press this.
Get away from there, Freeman. I'm expecting an important message. You aren't going soft on that ethics issue again, are you? Of course not.
No, you can't do it a second time. But I love messing with things. I just love the idea.
You'll just have to wait until after the test.
Everyone's so mean to you.
Freeman,
Well, everyone's so, like, rude.
big day today, Freeman.
Yeah, if you
The sample was just delivered to the test chamber.
click on it.
Please, leave me alone until after the experiment. It's good to see you.
Yeah. I'm just gonna quickly put my sensitivity down. I think I had it on 4 the other day. Feels a little bit smoother. Another G-Man reference. He will look over in a minute. I'm sure he does. Does he not? Maybe you have to press on the door. I swear he, like, glances over at you. There we go. Oh, that's terrifying. He'll do it again if you stay there, but I'm not gonna stay there. More annoying to the...
My God, what are you doing? Did you submit your status report to the administrator today? Are you running those tunneling ladders?
Oh dear.
Hey, catch me later. I'll buy you a beer. Can we do this later?
Yeah, so what I always do is I always go the wrong way, just to have a look at characters and things in the area, and then I move towards where I'm supposed to go. I think this is the wrong way, so I'm gonna go this way first.
Weren't you supposed to be in the test chamber half an hour ago?
Everyone's so pissy at you.
Excuse me, Gordon, but I'm rather busy now.
Sorry, I'm on duty, Mr. Freeman. Sorry, sir, I've got to stay at my post. Sorry, Mr. Freeman, I got explicit orders not to let you through without your hazard suit on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
This all looks nominal.
Hopefully the recording's doing okay. I've got something running in the background, so hopefully the game isn't laggy or anything. I know sometimes just OBS can sometimes look laggy, but when I look back at the recording, it's perfectly fine, so I'm not usually too concerned.
My God, what are you doing?
I love that it's referenced in,
Why do we all have to wear these ridiculous ties?
I love how it's referenced in episode 2. What's his face? Magnuson is still salty about you ruining his microwave casserole.
Hello there.
So yeah, got a bunch of different
We all have to
room,
wear these ridiculous ties.
bunch of different rooms. Almost, I think every single one of them has the surname of
Nominal.
some employee at Valve. Like one of the ones that's most familiar is
As
Laidlaw
I
right here.
expected.
Laidlaw's the writer, and of course I always recognize Birdwell. Got Guthrie. I mean they're all different. Except for Freeman, of course. They're all different Valve employees. But yeah, there's some really interesting things in here. Like is it the 37th? The 37th Mandela, and yeah, these are both books by Mark Laidlaw. Basically, they're both books that he wrote at some point. And there's a baby photo. I don't know whose baby that is. I still
Where
am
did
unsure.
I leave that shutdown procedure chart?
I feel like you can.
Someone has hidden my glasses again.
I feel like you can annoy those guys. I can't remember how now. But also, if you look inside the stalls, they're typing as if they're on the computer. I love it. Anyway, well, let's get our suit.
Welcome to the HEV Mark IV protective system
Must remember
for
to
use in hazardous environment conditions.
Oops.
High impact reactive armor activated. Atmospheric contaminant sensors activated. Vital sign monitoring
all within
activated.
theoretical limits.
Automatic medical systems engaged. Defensive weapon
Right on through,
selection
sir.
system
Looks like you're in the barrel today.
activated. Munition level monitoring activated. Communications interface online. Have a very
Oh, I cut it off. Damn it. It says have a very safe and productive day. I think is what the suit says. I forgot that there was a level load there. I'm so sorry. You can just go down the elevator, the ladder. I usually do. It's faster. Oh no! Oh dear. Let's try that again and not die. I press it just so that it goes down, but then I immediately go down the ladder instead.
Hello, Gordon Freeman. It's good to see you.
Yes, good to see you too.
It's good to see you.
I don't usually try any sort of like bunny hopping methods, but I usually I sprint through this game because I've played it so many times.
Ah, Gordon.
This is the only point that's
We just
annoying,
sent the
because you
sample
can't.
into the test chamber.
You can't skip it.
The anti-mass spectrometer to
You can, but
105%. Bit of gamble, but we need the extra resolution.
The administrator is very concerned that we get a conclusive analysis of today's sample. I gather they went to some lengths to get it.
They're waiting for you, Gordon, in the test chamber.
Alrighty, well, yeah, you can actually make one of them. You can push one of them over so that he gets close enough to the button that he activates it. But
It's about to go critical.
What
in the
hell is going on with our equipment?
in the Black Mesa mod,
In the first place.
in the Black Mesa mod, they retcon these two as Isaac Kleiner and Eli Vance, so that these two are like they send you, they talk to you when they send you up to go get help at the start of the game, and that's how they sort of retconned the fact that they know you in Half-Life 2. And Eli saying that he's, you know, he didn't think he'd have to wait as long as he did, you were like 20 years or so, for you to come back to him, sort of thing. Because you don't ever see him again.
I'm afraid we'll be deviating
Until
a
Half-Life
bit
2.
from standard analysis procedures today, Gordon.
Yes, but with good reason. This is a rare opportunity for us. This is the purest sample we've seen yet.
And, potentially, the most unstable.
Now, if you follow standard insertion procedures, everything will be fine.
I don't know how you can say that, although I will admit that the possibility of a resonance cascade scenario is extremely unlikely.
Gordon doesn't need to hear all this. He's a highly trained professional. We've assured the administrator that nothing will go wrong.
Ah, yes, you're right. Gordon, we have complete confidence in you.
Well, go ahead. Let's let him in now.
What's interesting is in the context of the world of Half-Life, the scientists at Black Mesa have already been to Zen at least once or twice. They've already opened portals to Zen and gone to Zen, but the resonance cascade basically splits open the space that between the two worlds. You know, like that. It goes from just portals, little portals, to huge rifts.
Seems to be in order.
All right, Gordon. Your suit should keep you comfortable through all this. The specimen will be delivered to you in a few moments. If you would be so good as to climb up and start the rotors,
Yep.
we can bring the anti-mass spectrometer to 80% and hold it there until the carrier arrives.
Yeah. I usually stand somewhere down here, just because it's got the nicest view.
Power to stage 1 emitters in
And the guys are up there, so
1. I'm seeing predictable phase arrays.
yeah. It's, where I am at the moment, where I'm recording, it's quite late. Getting tired.
Stage 2 emitters activating now.
Yeah. These look amazing when they're redone.
The system can operate at
There's a version in episode 2 that you get to see
work as quickly
that
as
looks
can.
amazing, as far as I recall. I have to play episode 2 again. It's been a while.
Capacitors to 1.05%. It's probably not a problem. Probably, but I'm showing a small discrepancy in... Well, no, it's well within acceptable bounds again. Sustaining sequence.
I've just been informed that the sample is ready, Gordon. It should be coming up to you any moment. Look to the delivery system for your specimen.
Yeah. And if you use E to push it in to the laser, it goes flying in. You either push it slowly using just your body, like that, or you do this, which is what I usually do. Wait, oh, okay, I can't pull it back any further, but...
Gordon, get away from the beacon.
yeah, I usually just stand sort of out here and just watch as everything explodes. Yeah. Yeah, there's like the Vortigaunts falling and teleporting and... I love this sequence, actually. I love this little sequence here. There's some really interesting stuff like this thing. You never see it anywhere else in the game. This is a really cool moment. Now that of course the Half-Life 2 series has come out, that sequence there, you standing in front of all the Vortigaunts like that, seems ultra poignant, ultra meaningful as of episode 1, as of the start of episode 1. But yeah, I think this is a good place to just leave it. We've been recording for a little while now, so I'll leave the episode there. And of course we'll pick up very soon with the next episode, and I'm gonna smash my way through this as quickly as I can, because I have played this so many times that I know it like the back of my hand, sort of thing. But there are a few sequences that I often forget just how they work, and so there will be moments where I'll have to be like, what? Where am I going? What am I doing? But mostly I'll be sprinting through as fast as I can. But yeah. Or before I forget, do that. Alright, yeah. If you like what you saw, hit like. If you want to see more from me, then subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and as always,